Okay, so you know how everyone's always talking about AI and how it's going to like change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like things are about to get really interesting because we're on the verge of something called AI agents.
Interesting.
And it's way more than just, you know, those chatbots that can barely understand what you're asking.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about AI that can understand what's happening on your computer, make decisions, and even do things like order your groceries.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? Like, it's kind of mind-blowing.
Sounds like it.
So we found this really interesting article on Andrea For All. It's titled 2025, Prepara la nueva revolución de la AES. Llegan los agentes.
Okay.
Which basically translates to like 2025 prepares for the new AI revolution. Agents are coming.
Right.
And we're going to take a deep dive into it and see what these AI agents are all about and what they could mean for us.
Sounds good.
So the big question is, what exactly are these AI agents and how are they different from, say, a chatbot?
Well, the key difference is that these agents can actually act independently. They're not just responding to your commands. They can make decisions based on the information they have access to.
So kind of like a really, really smart assistant.
Yeah, exactly. Think of it like a smart thermostat.
Okay.
It adjusts the temperature based on the room, right?
Right.
Well, these AI agents are like that, but on a much bigger scale.
I see. So instead of just reacting to temperature,
They can react to all sorts of information.
yeah.
Like, imagine you're looking at a recipe online.
Okay.
An AI agent could understand what you're looking at and start building a grocery list for you.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Right.
But I mean, some smart home devices can already do things like that.
True, but we're talking about a whole different level of sophistication here.
Really?
These AI agents can reason, they can learn, and they can adapt to changing situations.
So what would that look like in practice? Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine you're trying to book a flight online. An AI agent could not only find the best options based on your preferences, but it could also consider things like your schedule, the weather, even potential delays based on historical data.
Whoa, hold on. It can do all that just from looking at my computer screen.
Yep, that's the idea.
That's like next level travel agent.
Right. It's pretty incredible.
It is, but it also makes me wonder about the whole job thing.
What do you mean?
Like, if AI can do all that, are we talking about replacing human jobs?
Well, that's definitely a valid concern, and the article touches on that.
It does.
Yeah, companies are already starting to automate a lot of tasks.
Yeah.
And the rise of AI agents could definitely accelerate that trend.
So what kind of jobs are we talking about here?
Well, think about fields like customer service, data analysis, even some aspects of financial management.
Really?
These are all areas where AI agents could potentially play a bigger role.
Wow. So we're going from basic chatbots to AI that could manage our finances?
Yeah, it's a pretty big shift.
That's a lot to process.
I know, it's kind of mind-blowing.
It is. It's like, where does the line even blur between like narrow AI and general AI?
Right. That's exactly what's happening here. We're moving away from what's called narrow AI, which is good at very specific tasks. And we're starting to see the emergence of general AI,
Okay.
which has the potential to learn and adapt across different areas, kind of like a human brain.
That's both fascinating and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, okay, we've got these super smart AI agents that can learn, adapt, and potentially do a lot of things humans currently do.
Yeah.
But there have to be some downsides, right? I mean, nothing's perfect.
Of course, every new technology comes with its own set of challenges.
So what are some of the things we should be worried about with AI agents?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is making sure they operate safely and responsibly.
That makes sense.
Like, imagine an AI agent handling your finances and it makes a mistake.
Oh, no.
Or misinterprets your instructions.
Right.
The consequences could be pretty serious.
Yeah, no kidding. I definitely don't want my AI assistant accidentally buying 1,000 shares of, like, pet rocks.
That's a good point. We need to make sure these agents are making the right decisions.
So how do we do that? How do we make sure these AI agents are reliable and trustworthy?
That's where the idea of human oversight comes in.
Okay, what does that mean?
It's about finding the right balance between giving these agents autonomy to do their job, but also having systems in place to prevent errors or unintended consequences.
So it's like they can do their thing, but we still have some control.
Exactly. Think of it like a self-driving car.
Okay.
It can navigate traffic on its own,
Right.
but you still have the ability to take over the wheel if you need to.
I see. So it's like having a really, really capable assistant who can handle a lot of complex stuff, but ultimately you're still the boss.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay. That makes me feel a bit better, but I'm still thinking about all the data these agents would need to access.
Oh, yeah, that's another big one.
If they're going to be managing our schedules, booking our travel, handling our finances, they're going to need a lot of personal information.
You're right.
And that makes me a little nervous, to be honest.
I understand. Data security is a huge concern with AI agents.
It is.
And it's not just about protecting ourselves from hackers. It's about making sure the AI systems themselves are secure.
Right. Like, we don't want the AI to be hacked or manipulated either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A whole new level of trust we're talking about here.
We're not just trusting companies with our data anymore. We're trusting the AI they're building.
Yeah, that's a great point.
It's a whole new ballgame.
It really is.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential benefits of AI agents, the challenges, the ethical considerations. It's a lot to think about. What's next? Where do we go from here?
Well, I think the next step is to really dive into the specifics. Like, how are these agents actually being developed?
Yeah.
How are they being deployed in the real world?
Right, we need to see what's already happening out there.
Exactly. Let's look at some real-world examples and explore the potential impact on our lives.
Sounds good to me. Let's keep this deep dive going.
Let's do it. So, one area where I think we're already starting to see the impact of AI agents is in customer service.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those chatbots you see on websites, those are becoming more and more sophisticated. Some companies are already using AI agents that can handle a whole range of inquiries.
Like, more than just answering basic questions.
Yeah, way more.
Wow.
Like, some of these agents can even access your account information.
Really?
Understand your purchase history and make recommendations.
So they're not just like those basic chatbots that ask you to rephrase your question a million times.
No. This is like...
before they finally connect you to a human.
Exactly. Like, they can actually understand what you're asking and give you relevant information.
That's impressive.
Right. And they can learn from each interaction and adapt their responses.
So it's like personalized customer service.
It is. It's like having a personal assistant who knows your preferences.
That sounds great for the customer, but I can't help but think about what this means for jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if AI is taking over customer service roles, what happens to the people who currently hold those jobs?
That's a really good point, and it's something we definitely need to think about as AI technology advances.
Right.
Some jobs will inevitably be automated.
Yeah.
But I think it's also important to remember that new opportunities will emerge.
So it's not necessarily about AI replacing humans.
No, it's more
about AI augmenting human capabilities.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that perspective.
Like, think about a doctor who can use an AI agent to analyze medical images. The AI doesn't replace the doctor.
Right.
It just helps them make a more informed diagnosis.
So it's all about humans and AI working together.
That's the idea.
I like that. So are there any other areas where we're seeing AI agents being used right now?
Well, another really interesting area is personalized education.
Oh, wow. How so?
Like, imagine an AI tutor that can adapt to a student's learning style.
Okay.
Provide customized feedback, and even create personalized learning plans.
That could be amazing, especially for students who struggle in a traditional classroom setting.
Exactly.
Like, everyone gets their own personal teacher.
Right, and it goes beyond just tutoring. AI agents could also create interactive learning environments.
Okay.
Automate administrative tasks for teachers.
Wow.
Even personalized career guidance.
Yeah, so we're really starting to see the potential of AI agents across so many different aspects of our lives.
Yeah.
But I keep coming back to this question of control.
I know, it's a big one.
Like, how do we make sure these agents are working for us and not the other way around?
That is a crucial question. And as we become more reliant on AI agents, I think it's really important to be mindful of how they're influencing our decisions and shaping our experiences.
Right.
It's all about setting clear boundaries,
maintaining
transparency,
and
ensuring that humans remain in control.
So it's like any other tool, right? It can be incredibly powerful and beneficial when used correctly.
Exactly.
But it can also be misused or even harmful if we're not careful.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, and I think that brings us back to the importance of education and awareness.
Absolutely.
The more we understand about how these agents work, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this new landscape and make informed choices.
Exactly.
It's all about being informed consumers and asking critical questions.
You got it.
Okay, so we've talked about real-world applications, the potential for job disruption, the need for control and transparency. Is there anything else we should consider before we wrap up this deep dive on AI agents?
I think it's really important to emphasize just how fast this technology is evolving. Like what we're seeing today is just the tip of the iceberg. AI agents are becoming more sophisticated, more adaptable, and more integrated into our lives every single day.
It's kind of like the early days of the internet, right?
It is.
We had no idea how much it would transform our world.
Yeah.
And I feel like AI agents have the potential to be just as transformative, if not more so.
I agree.
Wow.
We're standing at the precipice of a new era, and it's really up to us to decide how we want to shape it.
It's exciting and a little scary all at the same time.
I know what you mean.
It's like standing on the edge of a new frontier. We don't know exactly what we'll find,
Right.
but we know it's going to be transformative.
Exactly. And the choices we made today will determine what that frontier looks like.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
but I'm sure there are more questions to ask and more insights to uncover
Oh, definitely.
as this technology continues to evolve.
Absolutely.
It's a journey, right?
It is. It's a journey.
So we've really explored a lot about these AI agents, right?
Yeah, we have.
Like what they are, how they work, how they could potentially change things.
Yeah.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
You know, going back to that article,
Yeah.
it really feels like...
From Androforol.
Yeah, exactly. It really feels like we're on the edge of like a major shift.
We are.
One from like...
the revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
From
right.
like basic chatbots to AI that could like potentially manage our money,
Yeah.
personalize our education.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The potential.
It's pretty exciting, but I don't know. I'm still a little like freaked out by it, to be honest.
I understand.
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is a lot to wrap your head around.
And you know what I find really interesting
What's that?
is like how it blurs the lines between what we think of as like...
Between human and machine.
Yeah, exactly.
What is intelligence?
Like, what does it even mean to be human?
Right.
In a world where AI can like do so much.
It's a really profound question. And, you know, philosophers and scientists have been thinking about this for decades.
Right.
And it's only going to become more relevant as these AI agents become more integrated into our lives.
It's almost like science fiction is becoming reality, you know?
And it is.
Like, I never thought I'd be sitting here, like, seriously talking about AI that could, like, negotiate on my behalf or manage my investments. Like,
crazy, huh?
It's mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing. And you know what? We're still in the very early stages of this.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The potential applications of AI agents are vast.
Wow.
And largely unexplored. Like, we're really only limited by our imagination at this point.
So it's like we're standing on the edge of like a new frontier.
We are.
We have no idea what we're going to find.
Right.
But it's going to be like completely transformative.
Exactly. And the choices we make today, you know, they're going to shape the landscape of that frontier.
Wow. That's a powerful thought.
It is. You know, we really need to make sure that this technology is developed and used in a way that benefits everyone.
Right. It's not just about like the technology itself. It's about like how we use it.
It's about our values.
Yes, exactly.
And how we want to shape the future.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what would you say is like the most important takeaway?
I think the most important thing is to stay informed.
Okay.
Stay engaged, learn about AI, explore the possibilities. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
Because the future of AI is not predetermined, you know?
Yeah.
We're all actively shaping it.
So it's really up to us.
It is. It's up to us.
Wow. Okay. Well, on that note, I think we'll leave it there for today.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AI agents.
It was my pleasure.
It's been a fascinating conversation, and I'm sure we'll be revisiting this topic again soon.
I'm sure we will.
Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.